The Jamaican CARIFTA trials will begin at the National Stadium this Friday, March 10th. This will no doubt mean an exciting trials, as the nation's youngsters get ready to compete for a spot on their national team and compete against their regional counterparts. The CARIFTA Games is indeed a special event and one that is invaluable to many young athletes from the Caribbean. Not only do they get to travel, but they also get to meet and interact with their Caribbean neighbors. For sports administrators and coaches within the region, the CARIFTA Games is used as a measuring stick to ascertain the progress of their young charges before they venture out on the international stage. Despite these benefits, there are still concerns surrounding the CARIFTA Games. From a Jamaican perspective, there are some who question the timing of the Jamaican CARIFTA trials since it is usually held approximately 3 weeks before the Boys and Girls Championships. Many track and field stakeholders believe that Boys and Girls Champs carries a heavier weighting than the CARIFTA Games and the trials should therefore be held after Champs. The possibility of sustaining injuries so close to the high school championships is not something that most Jamaicans are willing to accept. As a result of this, some coaches do not always send their best athletes to these trials. In addition, there are some Jamaicans who question the country's participation in the CARIFTA Games. This is mostly due to the fact that the Jamaican team always dominate the games despite not sending their best athletes for some events. They believe that a more competitive event would be desirable for the development of the nation's young athletes. Another concern is that there is the possibility of some coaches revving up their athletes to peak for CARIFTA trials and delivering big performances in an attempt to make the team. This may cause some of these athletes to suffer from fatigue, and may not be able to replicate these big performances at Boys and Girls Championships 3 weeks later. For this year's CARIFTA trials, there is another issue that some Jamaicans may find particularly interesting. That is, the inclusion of MVPs Tia Clayton in the girls under 20, 100-meter dash. Tia Clayton is set to run in Heat 1, which is scheduled for 7:25 p.m. this Friday, March 10th. Despite graduating from high school and now training at a professional club, Tia is still eligible to participate at the CARIFTA Games. It is not uncharacteristic to see college athletes participate at the CARIFTA Games. However, there are some that may think that for an athlete of Tia Clayton's stature, her inclusion in the CARIFTA trials is a step backwards. To question the decision of her coach, Stephen Francis, is something that many may be reluctant to do, as his ability to condition and develop superstars is simply remarkable. What are your thoughts on the inclusion of Tia Clayton in the CARIFTA trials? Thank you so much for watching. If you like this content, please press the like button and please remember to subscribe for more sporting news and reviews.